this video, we're going to take a look at dividing fractions or dividing mixed numbers. Now, our first goal is going to be rewriting these as improper fractions. So let's talk about how to do that. We're going to take the 4 2/5. We're going to multiply the 5 times the 4, and then we're going to add the 2. So let's do that. We do 5 times 4, which will give us 20. Then we add the 2, which will give us 22. That now is the top of our fraction. And we'll put the denominator or the bottom number that was originally there on the bottom. Now you can see why this is called an improper fraction because the big number is now on the top. All right, let's do the same thing with the second fraction or second mixed number we have here. We're going to take that 2 3/10. We're going to multiply the 2 times 10 and we're going to add the 3. So 2 times 10 gives me 20. 20 plus 3 gives me 23. And now I have 23. And then remember, we keep that denominator. So that's step number 1 is we rewrite the mixed numbers as improper fractions. Step number 2 is we're going to flip the second one and multiply. So that first fraction that we have there, that 22/5 is going to stay just like that. And we're going to flip the second one. So instead of 23 being on top, now 23 is going to be on the bottom. Instead of 10 being on the bottom, 10 is now going to be on the top. And instead of dividing, we're now going to multiply. Okay. Now, when we multiply across the top and we multiply across the bottom. So 22 times 10 gives me 210. 22 times 10 gives me 220. And then 5 times 23 will give me 115. Now we need to look at writing this in simplest form. See, I see that these two numbers, one ends in a 0 and one ends in a 5. That means they're divisible or can be divided by 5. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide the top by 5 and I'm going to divide the bottom by 5. So 220 divided by 5 gives me 44. Use your calculator if you need to do that calculation. And 115 divided by 5 will give me 23. Now, you can leave it like that. That is in simplest form, but it is improper, meaning the big number's on the top. So if you want to write it as a mixed number, you have to ask yourselves, okay, how many times will 23 go into 44? That's 1. And how many are left over? Well, 44 minus 23 would give me 21 left over, and I could write it as a mixed number. Now, either of these answers are okay, depending on what your instructions are asking for. But I hope this helps you with converting first to an improper fraction. Then you have to flip the second one and multiply. Then when you multiply across the top and across the bottom, and then look to simplify by dividing the top and the bottom by the same number. I hope that helps.